Dave, I don't know if I was reading too much into this, but because Pritzker didn't come out right away to endorse Harris, I was wondering if there was anything to read into that. And also, Illinois is not a battleground state. Does that impact his feasibility to be a running mate if that's what he's, gunning for in the background?
Well, I wouldn't read his delay in endorsing her in any way as a snub. I think he was sort of just waiting to see how developments kind of evolved in this fast-moving story. I think you're absolutely right. Illinois is not a battleground state, and I think that that does cast questions about, what exactly does J.B. Pritzker bring to a ticket in the fall if he were to be paired up with Kamala Harris. And I think you see potential candidates from battleground states like Governor Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania. That's part of the Democratic blue wall, a vital state that the party has to win in order to win the presidency. Arizona's U.S. Senator Mark Kelly is another example. That's a state that Biden won in 2020, and the Democrats would like to win there again against Donald Trump. He's another name that's been floated, battleground state. I mean, one little interesting wrinkle in terms of the battleground states. I mean, Gretchen Whitmer, the Michigan governor, she took her name out of consideration today for vice president. So, she's not going to be in the mix. But I do think that, Illinois doesn't expand the map for Democrats this fall. So that is that would arguably be something that might be working against Pritzker.
You have a story on WBEZ.org that talks about how Pritzker has been building his national profile. What exactly has he been doing up into his second term?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, he's created this not-for-profit called Think Big, and it has been going from state to state championing reproductive rights for women. An issue that is very near and dear to his heart. His mother was an abortion rights advocate back in the 1970s, and so he's picking up the mantle in that family. And he's given money to lots of organizations, party organizations in different states around the country. He's had speaking engagements. He's been in Florida, New Hampshire, Indiana, Ohio, other places. And so I think, he has been trying to slowly chip away at his national profile and let people know who he is through this organization, while also, helping, position the party and position abortion rights advocates, to get a strategy to try to restore some of the rights taken away when the Supreme Court invalidated Roe v. Wade.
Now, one thing that he does have is a lot of money. Could he use his fortune to help fund the campaign?
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, just think about what he did here in Illinois. I mean, one of the oddities about J.B. Pritzker as governor of Illinois is that in both of his elections, campaign contributions were, I mean, almost non-existent. I mean, that was a thing in previous administrations where previous governors had to go out and really shake the tree to get money. In Pritzker's case, most of it came from his own family fortune. Over the two elections he ran in 2018 and 2022, he spent $350 million of his own money to finance those campaigns. So that would be money that, presumably, if he chose to pursue some sort of effort to get to Washington, D.C. as president or maybe vice president, he would bring that ability to really kind of, funnel in lots of money fast. And I mean, just in terms of the dollars and cents here, I mean, as of this moment in the Biden Harris campaign, $96 million. So you could see, I mean, you see how that compares to $350 million, for example. So he would have great capacity to bring that money to play if he chose to. But the big question is whether or not he wants to, be kind of second fiddle to someone and potentially delay his own ambitions to run for president.
Hmm. Well, we've been talking to state politics reporter Dave McKinney about what President Biden dropping out could mean for Governor J.B. Pritzker's political career. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Natalie.